Hey, Token Female here, DPSing stupidity, and let's just get this one over with, shall we?
They say imitation is the highest form of flattery. But what happens when it's not so flattering?
Oh, you mean like with satire? You know, the stuff y'all call bullying when it's literally just a joke. Yeah, I know this video isn't about satire, but that's still something that can be added to what she's saying, right?
The more you learn about the world and the people in it, you quickly realize just how beautiful and diverse it is. So where's the line between cultural exchange, appreciation, and appropriation? And why does it even matter?
Humanity is beautiful. It's always changing, growing, and adapting. A lot of humans love other cultures, and sometimes they even bring that culture into their own daily lives, which make other people learn about that culture, and it can sometimes find a way to weave itself into other people's culture. There are things that are so weaved together, it's hard to tell which one is which. But I'll probably get back to this later in the video, so let's move on for now.
Here are 7 myths about cultural appropriation debunked. You're just looking for something to be offended by. It's just clothing, hairstyles, decorations, whatever. Don't you have something better to worry about? Okay, first off, it's possible to care about more than one issue at a time.
Okay, that's not what most people are meaning by that. People know you can be concerned about more than one issue at a time. What most people are meaning is this. Aren't there more things that you could be getting up in arms about? Oh, wait, that would be wrong too, because you people don't believe in the right for people to bear arms. Silly me.
The main problem with cultural appropriation comes from dominant groups borrowing from marginalized groups who face oppression or have been stigmatized for their cultural practices throughout history. Like cornrows. I mean, anyone can wear their hair in cornrows, but Black people still face stigmas for wearing them along with perfectly natural hairstyles like braids and locks. There are even companies and schools that prohibit these natural hairstyles. People have actually been fired for wearing braids. Meanwhile, fashion models and celebs like Kylie Jenner get praised for wearing cornrows. And that's the main point. One group is being penalized by institutions for wearing natural hairstyles, while the other is called edgy and stylish for doing the exact same thing.
Penalize. Say that real slow, guys. Penalize. Sorry, I'm not really here to correct how you say your words, but what I am here to say is couldn't at least some of these celebs be wearing those hairstyles to try and normalize it? But no, all white people are racist, all men are misogynistic. Oh wait, wrong SJW. I'm sorry about that. But either way, you can't one minute be saying that all white people come up and touch your hair, and then the next minute be saying that all white people hate black hairstyles. Like, if you're going to lie, at least keep your lies straight.
I'm doing it because I think it's beautiful and exotic. I'm just showing appreciation for the culture. Look, it's great that you find another group's culture beautiful, but in order to show you truly love it, you need to have respect and understanding. Take, for example, tribal tattoos. The Maori of New Zealand have facial tattoos with deep family meaning and cultural significance. But fashion designer Jean-Paul Gaultier used the tattoos in ads to sell sunglasses. And that's a perfect example of cultural appropriation. No matter how much the designer liked the look, he stripped the tattoo of all of its cultural meaning just to sell a product. Now, if you really appreciate something, you should respect it instead of assuming you can use it however you want.
Okay, now this one I actually agree with. People need to learn about what something means to a culture before they wear or do something that involves that culture. I mean, it's just respectful.
Well, I don't find it offensive, and I asked someone from that culture and they said it was okay. Well, it's not your culture that's being disrespected, so sure, you don't find it offensive. And if you know someone from that background who doesn't mind your tattoo, costume, or whatever, that's cool. But remember that one person doesn't speak for all members of that community.
Oh, the irony. Oh, the hypocrisy. Honey, you don't speak for all black people either. Unless, I mean, every culture except America has some secret meeting where they decide what is or isn't okay. You can't be one minute saying, well, that person doesn't speak for all of that culture, and then start speaking for every single culture in the world. That's just plain stupid. But, well, I guess that's why we're here.
Whatever, fashion, art, film, music always borrows from other sources. Plus, it doesn't hurt anyone. Sure, cultural exchange has been going on since the beginning of time, but exchange is mutual and needs to be done respectfully.
And it doesn't hurt anyone. A white person wearing dreads or whatever doesn't literally stab you. It does not literally kill you, so it does not hurt you. It only damages your feelings. And you don't care about my feelings in this, so why should I care about yours?
A couple years ago, Katy Perry did a geisha-themed performance with Japanese women dancing in the background. Not only was it super stereotypical, her outfit wasn't even from the right country. The Japanese American Citizens League said it best. The thoughtless costuming and dance routines by Katy Perry played carelessly with stereotypes in an attempt to create a Japanese aesthetic. And that kind of crushes the idea that appropriation is harmless.
Okay, did you guys see that? That little pop-up? It says that is actually part Chinese. That goes with my whole cultures weave so much in and out with each other that it's hard to differentiate what is one culture and what is the next. But I don't really know a lot about that dress style, so I can't really say. But I can and will say this: stereotypes exist for a reason. There are exceptions to the rule, but the exceptions don't change the rule. I'm just gonna put this right here. If it's not actually harming people, then it is not hurting them. It's just hurting their feelings. And I mean, that's nothing to get all up in arms about.
You're just trying to tell everyone what to think. Hello, thought police. Have you ever heard of the First Amendment? Nobody's telling you what to think, wear, or say. Marginalized people can't stop you from doing your thing, even if they wanted to.
Well, with that comment, I'm just gonna put this right here.
You're saying that I can't have a hairstyle because of your culture? Why?
Because it's my culture. You know what bothers me.
Do you know what it was in Egyptian culture? Are you Egyptian? Nah, bro, you're not.
Are you Egyptian?
No, but it doesn't matter.
Wait, where's Egypt? Tell me.
You know what, girl?
Where's Egypt?
Dude, go. You have no right to tell me what I can not read.
Now, I think we've all seen this video enough that I've made my point without showing y'all that whole clip. Let's go on.
But if you think you have the right to use any cultural tradition just cuz, that's where you get into oppressive territory. And if you genuinely don't care if someone is hurt by your appropriation, that's just crappy.
How does that oppress people? I mean, would my having cornrows put you into slavery? Would it make it to where you couldn't vote? Would it literally harm you? No. No, it wouldn't. So it's not oppression. It's just you thinking of something to whine about. That is it.
So because I'm white, I'm automatically racist. And if I wear this clothing, I'm even more racist. This isn't about beating up on white people. Anyone can appropriate elements of marginalized cultures. Heck, Pharrell even made the mistake of wearing a Native American headdress on the cover of Elle magazine. And after getting some much deserved flack, he actually issued an apology.
Like how she never said, well, not all white people are racist, guys. But I do enjoy that she admitted that black people can be racist. But the thing is, people do use this to beat up on white people.
If Chinese people wear blue jeans, aren't they appropriating my culture? Or what about black girls wearing blonde weaves? Or how about speaking English? Okay, this is a tough one. Assimilation and appropriation aren't the same thing. Marginalized people conforming to standards set by dominant, or in this case, Western cultures, is often a means of survival. When your cultural heritage is looked down on, often people change or hide things about themselves in order to be accepted by majority culture.
Survival? Are you kidding me right now? How can you need to change it to survive while white people are loving that look so much that they want to wear it themselves? How does this even work?
For example, there are schools where students have been punished or even suspended for speaking Spanish or indigenous languages. So there are people who are literally being forced to assimilate or else. So it's not really a fair comparison.
First off, citation, please. Second, most of the kids that this happened to were being disrespectful to their teachers. Usually, this happens when a kid is being asked to do something and then they mouth off in Spanish or whatever language thinking that if the teacher doesn't understand them, then they can't get in trouble for it. Now, am I saying that a kid has never been suspended for no other reason than the fact that they were just speaking another language? No, I'm sure that this has happened in the past, but there is no way that this happens this much that MTV needs to say something about it.
So you're saying I should never enjoy another culture? That's not fair. Not at all. For example, say you're invited to an Indian wedding and you're not Indian. Wearing a traditional sari or getting henna would be a great example of cultural exchange. You're being invited to participate and enjoy the culture instead of just picking and choosing parts of it for yourself. You can also travel, take cooking classes, read books, listen to music, and visit museums if you really want to learn about and enjoy other cultures. Here's the thing. Cultural appropriation is about a privileged group misrepresenting and disrespecting marginalized cultures. The originators rarely get credit, but always deal with the consequences. The goal isn't to shame you out of wearing or enjoying certain things, but listening to the people from the culture you're interested in shows you have a genuine love, respect, and understanding for something that's not your own.
Here is the thing, Francesca. People take what you say and then they put it to extremes. And according to other SJWs, that means that you are at fault. You speak about cultural appropriation, so that means that the people who watched this video and then did horrible things in the name of cultural appropriation were led by you to do these things. I mean, if Bearing Undoomed and other people like us are responsible for what our fans do, then you're responsible for yours. And to add on, you yourself are just assuming over if people know about that culture or whatnot. So people like my friend who wears Japanese stuff and tries to be an anime girl, you say are cultural appropriating. Even though she knows a ton about Japanese history, a ton about the culture, and even speaks the language, you say are cultural appropriators. No, she can't show her love of that culture. She can't live the life she might because she might hurt someone's feelings. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a wait, no. I'm just a white person. Have a non-diverse day, everyone.